tweaking the deck just a little tiny bit. Not totally happy with it. How good is Priest? Well, Priest is a 2/4 body. In a meta, the meta for these quick drafts seems to be extraordinarily aggressive, so he fucks up their ability to trade. He just literally won me last game from that healing effect. He ties up the ground. He fills my curve out nicely. I don't think he's worth a very high level pick. Like, it's not worth giving up a bomb for him or a good card or a piece of removal, but I think he's totally defensible in this deck. Again, I want to tie up the ground while beating them down in the air. So, how useful is the Swiftclaw going to be? Well, Swiftclaw has really good synergy with our double coursers and stag. Swiftclaw can represent quite a lot of damage, man. So, I don't know. Opponent goes first. I'm on the draw with a totally playable hand. I can get land screwed here, but I've got a lot of opportunities to draw land. That seems good. I'm going to play blue. Maybe I should have played white. I don't know what they play around more, Disperse or Take Vengeance. I'm hoping to see an enchant on that Rustwing. It's too bad. So I was hoping to get a very valuable Take Vengeance. So again, hyper aggro, fucking trash coming out of our opponents. Let's just play another blue, I guess. He is on the play, unfortunately, which makes his hyper aggro a little bit more scary. Sun Cleanser, slowing him down a little bit. That's good. Okay. Gives me time to get a Pack Beast down. Could also get a Courser down. Pack Beast prevents 2. Might get him to buff up his Falcon, and I might get some value out of Take Vengeance on a enchant on the Falcon because the ground is tied up. We'll see. Hey, who called it? Who called it? All right. Take 3 to get a 2-for-1. Seems great for me, especially since I have no play next turn. And I'm going to play it like I played it off the top, too. Nice. Okay. People over-investing in enchants in this for sure. The Disperses are valuable for that same reason. They're just not a 2-for-1. They're a 1-for-1 with some tempo in it. All right, if he's got a trick, I'll accept the loss of the Pack Beast for his turn and a card. Still a 1-for-1. Let's make the stand. It's probably the worst trick he could have for us. I don't know. I guess it doesn't make any real difference there. Any plus combat is going to be enough. Sure, we'll drop a Cav for tempo. We are getting a little low on health. We've got a handful of live cards. Next enchantment's gonna feed me health. I will trade with the Drill Master if he offers it. Actually, I might take 2 and trade with the Sun Cleanser if he attacks with both. Yep, opponent's running out of cards pretty rapidly for this. On the play. Not taking value for tempo over there. To the bottom, I think I just saw. Seems good. All right, he didn't want to attack into this. That's great. Let's play our biggest dude. And be done. Doesn't have any evasive creatures right now, and doesn't have that much of a board. I suppose Inspired Charge is still a pain in the ass. I'll try to play around that if it's if he swings with everything. Already seen one make a stand. He clearly wants to play more of those. Okay, that's the worry, of course. I will play around that right now. So I'll just block here. Why don't we actually force the Inspired Charge? It doesn't kill me there. We'll block there with the token, and we'll block it there. Other way around, I guess. Doesn't really matter, I guess, but like that. Right, could be another indestructible charge, in which case I lose both my tokens, get another card out of his hand. Uncomfortable Chill is actually fine there too. I do get halved for 1 there. Alright, start getting value on the board. I could kill his creatures, but his creatures are pretty low value right now. Might get countered here, it'd be unfortunate. But I'm going to play into that. I have gas. This is gas in the tank. That's a little bit less exciting to me. Still a blocker though. I think I would like to play the Guardian next. I'm going to keep both of them though. They're both non-land cards. Seems fine to me. Do I want to get in for 5? Yeah, I think I do. Let's get in for 5. Activating the Gearsmith, nice. Frilled Sea Serpent is a problem. He's 1 mana away from being able to activate that. I guess I get hit for that once and then take Vengeance it, but I need to be aware of that. So I actually think Courser is a better play than Guardian here. Although my mana is going to be much better if he attacks with a Sea Serpent. I just want that clock. Let's just look at some damage here. If I play Courser, next turn we could Courser plus Drill Master, and it's actually 11 damage and kills him outright. So I am going to Courser here. If he attacks with everything, that's a good one for him. Okay. I'm going to set it up really nastily for him. It's combat time. He chose not to attack. So he's at 11. He has to block either the Guardian or the Scholar if I buff the Scholar up. So I think this is a pretty solid Drill Master. The first strike trick. So that is now 11 in the air, and he can't afford to block the Courser. Doesn't have 2 mana open, so I'm not worried about a trick here. So he's forced to chump against the Scholar with his Jin. Seems good to me. I don't know why he good gamed, but maybe it's a polite good game as opposed to a trolly one where he's saying I'm killing you next round, but maybe not. I think the Drill Master keep was pretty good in the end. I think the play to make the Courser down last round was pretty good as well. We'll see. Alright, so he's got to kill us this turn. And he might be able to do it. We'll see. Invoke the Divine, currently dead in our hand. Right now it would be a lot more comfortable if it were chill. Inspired Charge. Pretty sure I survived that. In fact, I know I survived that. Let's block the Sea Serpent, and the next biggest creature is the 4. So we take 6, we're at 3. Biggest combat trick from white is 2 here. So, and I could heal from killing my own Gearsmith. I had forgotten that. Thank you, Mind Rush. All right. Another win. Good for us. So aggressive right now in M19 quick draft. The decks are so aggressive. The white effects are really strong. So many turns where it's like that. Yeah, the synergies are really fun. I've got to say I'm totally 100% hooked on this game right now. Like, having so much fun with it. Like playing it in my off time as well, which is generally a pretty good sign for me. Thinking about it a lot. Really enjoying it. Seems like there's a lot of decision points to be made repeatedly. And I like drafting. Decision points to be made there. Creating and then testing decks is like my favorite thing ever in games, right? Like creating and testing characters is what I like to do. This hand is really slow. I have lands though, so I'm keeping it, but this is a dead card. This is on 4. I'm going first, I guess. I don't really want to mull here. I think it's easy to play as much draft as you want. I think that's strong. Quick draft is not very efficient. Competitive draft is. Just got to survive the variance. And there is variance in this game. Survive the draw variance. You get mana screwed a number of times. You'll tank out of the drafts, and the drafts are expensive. Individually expensive. Bloodletter. See, I don't want to see this. We've drawn land, land, land. I mean, now I get my creatures, which is nice, but so maybe I get low and end up winning with sleep plus inspired charge. This is kind of what it's looking like to me. I'd like to play another creature. Yeah. So the problem with red black is it doesn't have, I mean, it's got trumpet blast. I say it doesn't have whatever effects, but it does. So next turn is going to be, oh, this is not a 5. This is a fucking 3. Well, that sucks. Still attacking with the stag. Need to actually get some damage in. Let's tap that. Gearsmith is super weak to Sure Strike this turn too. If he has it, I lose the Gearsmith. And it's including if I block the Pyro, and I'm not passing a block here. So Sure Strike blows me up pretty hard here. Doesn't look like he has it though. This is a much more interesting board for me with the Scholar in play. Might actually be able to race. Definitely don't want those. Maybe he'll be happy with the board state for a minute. Now I've got that 5/5 Guardian. Flying Haste. I'm going to take that and kill him, I think. So I've got 12 on board and 2 rounds to kill him. Seems pretty good. All right. GG. I suppose there's things you can still do, but seems pretty good. All right, so we just want to make sure that we leave some other stuff. Let's go ahead and Drill Master. Get in for damage. All right. And then we have the follow-up with Inspired Charge. Nice. Sleep takes home a game for us. Card is very powerful. Well, it's extremely good for this type of shit where it's just racing back and forth for sure. Sleep is the most powerful spell in the draft. I don't know about that. I think Heroic Reinforcements might be better. But it's definitely a very good card. So it ended up being okay keeping that stag, maybe because we were on the play. It did prevent the Pyromancer from attacking us one round, which was something. Opponent seemed a little timid with pushing his creatures. Didn't seem to want to make trades. Don't know why. 2 rounds of full attack with no retribution. Sure. It's true. But Heroic Reinforcements puts 2 more bodies on the board, gives you all your guys +1/+1, and builds you a wider board in a game, in a deck that almost always wants to go wide in a Boros deck. Sleep is useless if you're behind. Heroic Reinforcements at least gives you chump blockers. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with the most powerful spell in the format. It's a lot of good removal too. That's probably better. All right, opponent going first. So we're on the draw. We have a 3-drop, a 4-drop, and a 2-drop that we can play as well as removal. I think the hand is fine. We need to hit some lands, but we have 3 draws to do it. Will the game have the ability to play against friends? I assume so, but I don't know that. I haven't heard either way about that. I'm looking forward to drafting against players. All right. I will play the Pack Beast into an empty board. Not exactly the scariest of attackers. But it represents something. There's a stag. All right. So it looks like he'll get in for 3 if he wants to. I assume he wants to. Good to top deck a land. Not a great land to top deck, but... Oh, it doesn't tap it, though. That's so frustrating. All right. Means I don't get to take Vengeance this turn. So it's probably a Dwarven Priest turn into a double take Vengeance next turn. Not even sure I want a Dwarven Priest. I want that stag tapped. If I play Wind Mage, he probably still attacks with the stag. I don't know. Let's not get too greedy. I guess I can get the angel this way. He will have other threats that I care about. Epicure. Sure. Wish I had one more land. This is a very awkward turn to take my entire turn removing the angel. But I'm going to take my entire turn removing the angel. Okay. So far, opponent having a better game than us, I think. So tricks are the big problem. What tricks are there? Abnormal Endurance comes to mind. So if it's Abnormal Endurance, I want to dual block this one, not the other one. In fact, all that really happens here is I trade the Priest instead of the Pack Beast if he has a combat trick. And he killed the Pack Beast instead of... Oh, he only can, I guess, kill the Pack Beast. Still seems weird. Is it like a Rise from the Grave? That seems a very weird trade to make just for 4 damage. Courser. And a Falcon. I'd like to draw a land here. That's really inconvenient because what I really want to do is draw a fucking land. So I guess I'm going to dwindle his Epicure here. I want to get the Take Vengeance on the Courser, since the Courser represents the bigger threat than the Epicure. Epicure is just a body. The Courser is the one that's going to let him jump my wall every single turn. But again, getting a little bit land screwed, so inefficient turns. I have a 3 and a 2 in hand. Hopefully this next turn I'll draw a land and be able to do Wind Mage plus Take Vengeance. That is not a fucking land. So stuck again. If I take Vengeance the Courser this turn, I'm in a lot of trouble for my curve. I guess I dwindle the zombie now. Take 2 more before I get that in play. But again, I do need to do something here. Let's see if he'll block with the zombie. There's no way he's blocking with the zombie. I don't think I can afford to take Vengeance as my only play this turn, because it gives me no double play next turn and I gotta catch up. So we'll dwindle the zombie. Next turn will be ideally maybe Courser, possibly Wind Mage, I don't know which yet. Okay, certainly annoying. Okay, more enchantments. That one doesn't let me 2-for-1 him. Fuck you, game. Could I please have some actual things that matter? All right, I'm chumping with the Wind Mage. Still need to get a turn where I get mana. Get in with the Priest. Edge's Caress is pretty bad for me. Puts me down to 1 now. And I have to draw a land here or I'm dead. And no land. So we're going to lose to a land screw there, unfortunately. Just like 25 fucking cards with no land. Still be fine this turn for a Courser, for a blocker, plus to take Vengeance. But it's not enough without it. So that's just going to be a concede to a land screw. Feels pretty bad. For sure. No, I agree. Nothing I can do there. That's why they feel so bad. Lack of interaction always feels really crummy. It's my least favorite mechanic in Magic. Not lands, I like lands. But Land Screw and Land Flood is my least favorite mechanic. Right. Unfortunately, we are in quick draft. This is a fine hand. I have an Omen Speaker and land. It's generally all I care about. Because we're in quick draft, though, losses are particularly devastating because you don't have the 2 other matches to flesh it out. The Omen Speaker down. Definitely don't want more lands. Gearsmith is fine. We'll have a 3, a 4, and a 5 on curve right now, which seems pretty damn good. 2, 3, 4, 5 on curve. Basilisk. It's going to be going through for a little bit here until I get the cab down. I don't know if I want them to. I don't think I want the game. I want the game rules to be the same in this game as the pen and paper game. So I don't think like stacking chance is a thing. It's too bad. Okay, eats my Courser. Makes sense. I won't be blocking that. Let's get the cab down. And get in for 1 with our Omen Speaker. It might get countered here, I guess. Maybe more valuable for the stag. Not here, it's not. Alright, let's attack with both. Vigilant Creature's nice too. Not sure the Guardian helps us at all while we have till we get the stag out. Still, I think I'm playing it. I will get some value out of Take Vengeance plus Stag in a minute, or I might end up Take Vengeancing the Drake. Let's see what he wants to do. He has 6 lands now, so presumably something good's coming out. Well, we're going to get some Invoke Divine value. That's nice. It lets me develop the Guardian on mana, but not have to worry about it until I'm ready to attack with it anyways. I'm not attacking into the Basilisk, so that's totally fine. Not until I get the Stag to deal with it. Actually, really, really pleased he dwindled that. Lets me get value out of my hand. Ooh, I could dwindle his Drake and not worry about 6 mana too. Alright, I think this is a stag turn and attack with the 2 cav. We'll trade a little bit more damage in the air for some tempo on our side so I can develop board a little bit more. Got board of taking damage, huh? Okay. Maybe it's a trick. Looks like a trick. Titanic Growth, maybe. Sure. Eat a token. You give me a card for half a card. I'm pretty pleased with that. And I still get damage in, and I still have my blocker. So. Absolutely happy with that. I don't know why you do that. This is the problem I always have with Drake. It's so fucking expensive that it doesn't race for shit. So Dreadmaw, gonna get some value out of my Dwindle. So Dwindle plus Take Vengeance here would be ideal. But of course, Oh, I can. I was going to say I didn't draw land, but I actually don't have to draw land because I have 5 here. Question is, which do I wish to do this? I guess it has to be dwindle on the Dreadmaw because I want the stag to survive. Alright, Inspired Charge isn't even bad here. Not perfect with my mana curve since I wish to invoke the Divine his dwindle, but it's still okay. Double Omen Speaker. Actually ties up the board a little bit. Still doesn't trade with the stag though. And actually looking at that, we get some pretty big value out of Inspired Charge this turn. Kill a lot of creatures with it. Do some damage. I think I'm just attacking into him with this right now. Tapping the Basilisk. If he double blocks the token, which he might be tempted to do, he dies. And if he doesn't, it's only a -1. I guess I can actually get 1 damage out of this too. Looks pretty good. Okay, he's at 1, I guess. Oh, game client's getting laggy. Need to restart that. All right, should have been a tell when I attacked with the Guardian what I had. I don't know if I would have blocked that way if I were him. I think I would have had to chump block the stag. Sure, I guess he can buff the Dreadmaw to give it 1 power, but I think it's too late. Also, if I broadcast that, he should have chump blocked with the Dreadmaw. Maybe he's looking for some sort of removal, but the way that worked out is it's pretty clear when I'm attacking with the Guardian that I have something, and it's going to give at least 2 power. I wouldn't be attacking with that. So here we just have 4 blocker. He's just dead. He's dead on board. We don't even have to show him part of our deck. That's not true. He's not dead on board because he's got... No, yes, he is. He's got 2 blockers. We do 1 damage. Could invoke the Divine. He knows he's dead. Cool. Could have invoked Own Dwindle, the one on Guardian, to kill him. Did the game just crash? The game just immediately crashed. Okay. Well, the game was feeling laggy. I wasn't expecting it to crash the desktop with no error message, but okay. Sure. Could I have invoked instead of killing him? So both, I guess what went through? The Guardian went through and the Stag went through, right? So I would have gained 4 damage on the Guardian and lost 2 damage on the Stag. No, I think you're right. I think Invoke would have killed him there. I suppose, I don't know if he had a card in hand or not, but that looks like it probably would have been lethal. Yep, that would have been a better play. Thanks for pointing it out. I'm totally happy, chat, for you guys to tell me when I've fucked up, but try to take that second to make sure you're right. Seems like you're totally right in that scenario. Okay. All right. So that game kind of went exactly as we wanted it to. Opponent made a couple weird plays. We got very good value out of the Cav. I really like the Cav, both as vigilant attackers with our evasive creatures like the Courser, as well as chump blockers. All right. This hand looks really bad. There's just no fucking threat in it. I have land. So it's a little bit of a sketchy mulligan. My opponent was hyper aggro. His hand is barely better. I need land. That was a questionable toss. Maybe it would have been okay for land on the draw, but like dwindle is no action whatsoever. I'm just dwindling shitty creatures, and that's my deck's removal with no pressure early game. So what I'm saying with that is I think my late game's good enough to do something, and I'm not sure that is actually the case. I don't want to play Drill Master onto an empty board. I'll set up for Wind Mage. All right. Need a land now. Green, red, black. I don't know which of the dragons that is, if there is one. That seems a very suspicious attack. Maybe he just wants the 2/2 zombie, but either way, I don't want to give him my dude. 3/2 menace right now. You know what would have been fucking amazing right here? That dude. I am not very excited to be erasing a brute right now. At least I drew a playable card since it wasn't a land. Guess I'm taking 3. Didn't want to trade the Dissenter this turn. Don't know why. Wanted to last turn, so presumably there was a combat trick. Another menace creature. Yeah, you know what'd be great for fucking double menace creatures would be actual blockers. Alright, I can't attack this turn. I need to at least threaten to trade. Yeah. Drill Master's a really nice body on the board right now. Let's get the wall out. I'll trade the Wind Mage this turn. If I don't draw a land, then I will trade... then I can play the Drill Master. Gutter Snipe's kind of nice for me here. Means he doesn't have a combat trick. So presumably he attacks with the Brute. No, he wants everything. Alright. Well, he wants the wall dead. Seems weird. So now what? Seems like the wrong shock target to me, man. Yeah. That's the wrong fucking shock target, wasn't it? Alright, still no land. So I'm playing this onto a board just for another blocker. I'm not attacking with that. Getting a little bit low versus Gutter Snipe on the board with presumable playables. So what I want is runner, land. I have great cards in hand. They trade very well with his board, and one of them heals me. Non-creature, non-land. Good luck. I guess it's just 2 damage to face, and you see my hand. Presumably he's not offering Gutter Snipe if he has any more value from it. So I'll take the most efficient block. Hey, land. He's getting for 1. Do you have active treason to be worried about right now, I guess? I don't know. We just lost the game to active treason already. He's playing black-red aggro. Let's get some more blockers down before we do that. Although, presumably, if he has active treason, he goes in for 5. And actually, he just kills me with active treason. If he has active treason, he Gutter Snipes the Courser and kills me. So I guess I can't actually play around that because it's going to kill me no matter what. Invoke the Divine. So what I need is life. Guys, draft is sick? I don't know. I think the Brute is really good. Brute to Zombie's nice. Dragon's pretty obnoxious for me. Basically puts a stop to all of my aggression. Let's get Herald of Faith down. So I'm looking for a sleep right now would be my ideal draw. Second best draw is Inspiring Charge, which is still pretty good. Other than that, I don't really like being on this clock. I don't want to have to invoke my Divine, my own fucking Gearsmith. Rise from the Grave on the Brute, I think, is fairly weak. Although 2 damage to face, of course. Oh, it's zombie. It's still pretty weak. Take Vengeance would be okay as a draw, too. Now, of course, we're going to Flood. I want the life out of the Herald. So I lose 1 if he can't attack with that. Puts me pretty fucking low. Let's swing. Hopefully he trades. If not, it's a little bit sketchy. Can die to an instant right now. But I feel like I need some value out of this Herald. Was this in hand when he revealed my hand? It wasn't, right? Drew that later. Okay, I actually like that block a lot for me. Let's get the Guardian down. And start swinging in with that Guardian with the Courser next turn. On a bit of a clock with the Neonate. Brawl Bash is a little scary. I want to swing with all my fucking cav. Maybe I do anyways. Maybe we'll chump 1 per turn on the Ogre. Just draw a Sleeper and Inspiring Charge. Dwindle's pretty good too, actually. I will play this in case of some sort of trick that I need to use my Invoke. And I'll be swinging with everything this turn since all my guys have Vigilance. Give our Guardian flying. And let him make hard blocks. Okay. So we're a little low right now. We got a lot of damage in there. We have a 1-turn clock and an Invoke the Divine as a combat trick to potentially save us here. And the Invoke the Divine target is actually Dwindle, not Guardian here. Depends on which order he plays things. Lava Axe. So do I have enough blockers if he Brawl Bashes plus that? I do. So we kill him either way. I don't need to take the Guardian. We'll take the Dwindle. Okay. All right. Oh, fuck. Double Menace. I don't have enough. Shit! I just fucked that up. Fuck! Oh my god. I just lost that. Yeah, that's definitely a punt. Well, that sucks ass. Double Menace. Okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't have lethal this way. I was thinking I really wanted the Guardian on the board because that way I have lethal, but I just fucked that up. Damn it. That feels bad. Yeah, it does feel bad because I thought we handled that game pretty well. Again, hyper-aggressive deck. Oh well. So, would have been great to draw a sleep in that position. Or an Inspiring Charge. The Dwindle was okay, I guess. Could have, I think, stabilized for another turn. We would have been pretty screwed versus a lot of top decks for him. The Lava Axe was a really good top deck for him. No denying that. That was very close.